She's going live. Who's out there? Who's out there? Who's online? Is it gonna be a lonely stream again? What is up, everyone? AKA cbass is low in the house. Yeah, Friday, uh, February the 4th, 2022. It is an awesome day. Got off work, home, alive and safe. Give me a sound check, whoever's online. I'll give it a couple of minutes before I start the stream, I guess. So, gonna give it a couple minutes. Got my damn W2 form right here for YouTube. Jeez, never thought I'd actually get to this point in my life with YouTube and whatnot, but hopefully it gets somewhere bigger. I don't know. I'm kind of aiming for 10K, maybe by mid-year, mid 2022. Hopefully I get to 10K. Who knows? We'll see what happens. It's worth a shot, I guess. But yeah, I've been daily driving the Celica, as you guys saw, or as you guys been seeing. Doing a lot of work on the 6th gen. And yeah, that's trying to get it done for Wegfest, Weekfest, whatever you want to call it. How do you even pronounce it? I don't even know. I think it's Wegfest because there's only one E. So why would you call it Weekfest? It's not W-E-E-K. It's W-E-K. So that leads me to believe it's Wegfest. But anyways, sorry I haven't really been uploading much to the channel. It's been incredibly, slow on my end of I guess YouTubing and uploading. It's just been super slow. I haven't really been doing much. But if you guys can give me a sound check before I continue on any further, anyone, just let me know if you guys can hear me before I continue on. I don't want to start just moving my mouth and pretending like I'm talking here if you guys can't even hear me. Sound check, please. Here, let me. If you guys don't even see this, I'll just write it down with my. Ooh, check this out. Check what I found at the junkyard. That's awesome, yo. I was at the junkyard looking at. Sounds good. Okay, thank you. Who's that? Caesar? Is that you, Caesar? That's Caesar, right? 88 Chevy Boss. Is that you, Caesar? Let me know if that's you. But yeah, as I was saying, I found this awesome pen at the junkyard, Lexus. So I found this in a ES300, 1999. I believe I found it inside the owner's manual. And this is the type of stuff you don't really see in cars. And I don't know if this pen is worth something. I don't know, because I remember seeing this same pen, but it said Supra on it. It said Supra on it, and it led me to believe that it was worth something because that pen sold for $40. I kid you not. That Supra pen sold for $40. I'm like, who the fuck in the right mind is gonna spend $40 on a damn pen? But I don't know. I kind of think like this is worth something, so I'm gonna hold on to it and I don't know, probably throw it up on eBay. I mean, it still works. It's still, you can still write on it, but I don't want to waste the ink from it and I don't know, devalue it. Oh, once I sell this, I'm gonna be able to send my kids to college. Oh, snap, man. Snap. I guess what I can talk about this stream is what I'm doing with the 6th gen, because I haven't really been uploading much to YouTube. As I said before, work just takes up a lot of my time, my personal time, and it's one of those things like when I come home from work after my 1 hour commute from work, it's already dark outside. So it's like, what am I going to do outside? What am I like? How am I even motivated to work on my own car after I just finished working on other people's cars for the last 8 hours? See, that's the thing about working at a dealership, at an independent shop. You come home and then it's like you're just exhausted, you're tired, and it kind of takes away that motivation of working on your own personal car. As I said, I don't know. Let me know if you guys feel the same way. All you guys that go to that work at the dealership or work at some independent shop, like how do you guys feel like when you get home? Winter blues, time change is coming in spring. Almost 2K Toyota Celica GT. What's up? Yo, what's up, man? Vision, winter blues. Yeah, I don't like I don't like that the days are super short. You come home and it's already dark. It's like 5 outside. It's 5 and it's already super dark. So it's like that's another thing what I don't like about daylight savings for the winter time. It's we have shorter days, but at the same time, I would much rather prefer working on the in the cold than working on a hot summer day. Like I've done it. I've done it several times. What summer was it? Pours in God, yo, Seabass. Yo, what's up? Pours in God. Is that how you say it? But yeah, I've worked summers, I've worked winters, and I'll say this, it's easier to stay warm than to stay cool while working on cars. Like it's ridiculous. Which summer was it? It was summer. That summer I had the Toyota Camry where I don't know if you guys follow seen my videos from like way back in the day, but I want to say it was summer of 2017. Summer of 2017, I found a 97 Toyota Camry in Elk Grove. It was automatic, it was supercharged, and it was super cheap, $1,700. $1,700. I bought I bought this Toyota Camry and it was at nighttime. It was like I don't know what day was it. I don't know what day of the week it was, but it was nighttime. And so I messaged the guy and I was like, "Yo, can I come over and look at your car right now?" And he's like telling me, "Oh, I already told someone that they're gonna come look at it tomorrow or like 2 days from now." And you didn't find it. I told your ass about it, dude. Did you also tell me about that one? I thought you told me about the Solara one. Okay, if you told me, I'll give you credit, man. I'll give you credit. But I don't want to say your name just for but Duck Vision right here says that he told me about that 97 Camry. But no, so I told the guy, like, yo, I'll come look at it, and he's all over here telling me, oh, I already told someone that they're gonna come look at it tomorrow. And I literally this is how you get people's attention. I took all the cash out and I took a picture of it. I was like, I got cash in hand. I'm serious. I'll come look at it right now. And he's like, okay, whatever. Come look at the car. So it's like 9 p.m. It was 9 p.m. I didn't have all the cash on me. I only had about 1,500 because I had already maxed out the amount of money I was able to remove from this ATM at my bank. And I had to hit up one of my friends from work. I was like, yo, I need $200. I'll give them to you the next day when I see you at work. I'll give them to you the next time I see you at work. I have them. I just can't pull them out of the ATM. He's like, yeah, bro, sure thing. When do you need the money? Now. So I went to go pick him up. I went to go pick him up from where he lived. And I got the money from him. We went to go look at this car and it was kind of sketchy, man. It was kind of sketchy. It was too good to be true, honestly. And I got there, supercharger sounded good, engine sounded good, drove it around the block, and it was fine and dandy. So I paid the guy the $1,700, and maybe 4 months later, and I probably put about 500 miles on this car. The transmission gave out. The transmission gave out, guys. The transmission gave out, and I was a little disappointed because in myself. I was disappointed in myself because I didn't see or I didn't check the condition of the ATF that night because it was nighttime. Like all I had was just a little flashlight, but I didn't really think about checking it. I'm actually surprised it made it back to my house. So I wanted to make some money back after taking off the supercharger. I didn't want to just junk the car because the engine was still good. The engine had about 127,000 miles. So then I ended up getting a transmission from this, and don't get transmissions if they're not verified and certified that they are tested working. Do not. Went to this junkyard in Manteca, got a transmission for them from about $200, and it didn't work. I had to do this job a total of 3 times. 3 times. The first time for the first time I did it with my no, the first 2 times I did it with my friend Joseph. I'm so thankful that he helped me that summer. This is a summer where it's like 100 degrees outside, and we're over here. Yeah, we're in the shade, but we're out here changing transmissions for a '97 Camry in 100-degree weather, and it's brutal, man. It's fucking brutal. And the third time, finally, third time's a charm, right? Third time's a charm. We got the transmission working the third time, and Clayton helped me out that third time, and it finally worked. And I told the guy, if you don't give me a good transmission, I'm gonna come back here and throw this on your fucking desk. Like, I was so pissed off at him, and he didn't think I was serious, but I was dead serious. I got the idea from a good friend of mine from college. Back in the automotive program, he bought a D series, a D16 from someone on Craigslist, and I guess when he had asked the guy, does this engine work? The guy told him, yeah, it works, bro. It works. Trust me. And my friend told him, if this engine doesn't work, I'm gonna throw it on top of your 350Z right there. And he said the guy got a little scared, and he didn't say nothing, and he kind of took his bluff, like, oh, he's not gonna do that shit. My friend brings the engine to the shop, to our school. He brought the engine to the school, and it didn't work. It was knocking pretty bad. So he was so pissed off. He's like, let's pull this engine out right now. We pulled the engine out. I didn't go with him because I was just scared. But he showed us a picture. I wish I had the picture, but he sent us a picture of the engine on top of the guy's 350Z. But it was inside the guy's yard, I guess, behind the fence. And I was like, no way, dude. You really did not do that. He's like, I'm dead serious. So that's where I got the idea. And I don't know, I guess that's why they gave me a good transmission the third time around. But I seriously thought you were going to get raped. It was a good ass deal. Dude, that was a super good deal. Super good deal. Will Chang, what's up, Will? Let's get that live stream duo on Sunday going on. I'm gonna message you, and maybe we could like set something up. So true about the transmission. Helped a friend swap a transmission in his Mazda 6 over a year ago, and it didn't work, so he just sold it for parts. See, Will, I I didn't want to like just I guess give up on the first time I changed the transmission because I wanted to make some cash out of this car because I bought the Camry with the whole front end completely destroyed, and I went to the junkyard and I found same exact color, hood, fender, and bumper and all that stuff. I bought both fenders, the bumper and the hood and the headlights from the junkyard on half off day, and I got them for a pretty good deal. And so I was already in this car like about $200, so I didn't want to just junk the car with this transmission that I was already in $200. So I was already in this car like about $400. So 1,700 plus 400, what is that? 2,100. And I ended up fixing the car and sold it without the TRD supercharger for like $2,400. I had it originally for 2,600, but during the test drive, the check engine light turned on, and it was for the O2 sensors. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Did I really forget to connect the O2 sensor when, when we were doing the transmission swap? I don't know if I forgot to connect it. I wasn't going to go down there while on a test drive to look. So I just told the guy, you know what? Give me an offer. Like, you know how much O2, like, do you know how much O2 sensors go for? He's like, I don't know, $100, $200. I'm like, dude, just just give me whatever you want. He ended up giving me $2,400 because I was already over this car. I was over it. I was completely mad just for the fact that nothing was going right on the test drive. Like I just wanted it to go smoothly. The guy didn't have all the money on him. I had to go with him to the bank. He had to wait for someone to like, I guess, drop him off. Or I don't know what the fuck was going on, but it was just a whole nonsense situation going on. But thankfully, I did get rid of that car. Um, I'm never gonna forget that summer. Never gonna forget that summer. Just 100-degree weather, changing out a transmission was just ridiculous. And then what I guess working in the cold, it's not as bad. It really isn't as bad. I could wear a good sized jacket and I'll be out there for the whole day just working on cars. It's easier, as I said, it's easier to stay warm while working on cars. So that's a thing. Um oh yeah, I guess upcoming videos. There's gonna be a couple of videos coming out next week. Clayton, if you're out there, hopefully you are recording. I haven't, as I said, guys, I haven't really been recording. I kind of want to give you guys updates through these live streams because it's a little bit easier for me to just sit here for a good hour and just talk about what's going on Seabass's side of life, I guess. I don't know. But Clayton does have the GTS Celica that he did the 2ZZ swap on. He does have that car for sale right now. Um, I went to go get tires for his FRS wheels that are on the Celica, and I'm gonna install them at work tomorrow. They finally came today, so I'm gonna probably go see him maybe during the weekend or possibly Monday. So I'll go check out the Celica. I'll probably record a little bit for you guys and maybe upload that third and final video, or not final, I guess, but that third video. I kind of left you guys on a cliffhanger, but the engine does work. The engine does work. The only thing that was wrong with the engine when he originally started was I guess the VVTI, what do you call it? The sprocket. So whenever that VVTI sprocket starts failing, it just rattles and shakes until it finally catches on, and then it locks on, and then the engine sounds good. So that's the only issue that was going on. So I don't know. I have a good 2ZZ in the backyard, or not a good 2ZZ, 2ZZ that has a bad a bad cylinder. So what I'm gonna do is take out the VVTI sprocket from that one and give it to him so that he could swap it out, and that rattle doesn't always go on whenever you do a cold start. If you guys didn't know, that's what the rattle is. If your 2ZZ rattles on cold start for like the first time for the whole day, that's what the issue is. It's the VVTI sprocket trying to like align itself or catch on, and it just rattles until it finally catches on and engages, and lo and behold, the rattling doesn't goes away. Um, Ernesto D got to do smog, removed engine intake and put stock intake. Now I got the P420. Fuck. Oh, you're fucked, man. P420 does not relate to nothing intake related. Um, Unless if you're running rich or lean, I guess. But actually lean probably. It could probably kill your cat. But P420 usually means your cat's shot. And you could try to replace your O2 sensor and pray that it fixes it. I've had luck like that before for some reason. I don't know how or why. I changed one time my two O2 sensors, and I was able to get the ECU to like kind of quiet down the P420 code enough so that I was able to go get it smogged and registered. And but then the check engine light did come back on for P420. But right now, buying a cat is not the greatest thing ever. It's really expensive right now. Cats are incredibly expensive. I think one of my friends said that he got a quote of about $800 for a cat installed on his Celica, and I was like, "Holy shit, that is a scam." Luckily, I did replace the cat on my Celica about 5 years ago. I forgot what year it was, but I still didn't have a lot of the modifications I have on my Celica now, and I paid about $250 installed for this cat, and I'm just like, I am so glad I got that over with. Now I don't have to worry about a cat for like the next, I don't know, 10 years, hopefully 15 years. Prince, yo, what's up, Prince? Oops, I was in the shower. Well, yeah, same here. I just got out of the shower. I'm clean. I'm sparkly clean. Smell good. Smell like Dawn or whatever. No, not Dawn. Dove. Dove. I meant to say. Dawn's a dish soap. We don't wash our cars with Dawn dish soap. Remember? He who shall not be named does that. Budget Beaters Garage. Do you play any of the Forza games? The new Forza Horizon game has an '03 Celica. Budget Beaters Garage. The last Forza game I played, and believe it or not, it was Forza Motorsport 4 for the original Xbox for the Xbox 360. That's the last Forza I played, and I spent a lot of hours playing that game because all my friends at the time had that game. So we would just chat and we would just talk there. But my cousin did download the new Forza Horizon on his Xbox, and I just, as I said, I just haven't had time to like really turn on the console and play the game because I just haven't had time. Duck Vision, Ernesto D. What year is your Celica GTS? Ernesto, what year is your Celica GTS? Irvin might or Duck Vision might be able to help you. Whoops, that one slipped. But video games. What I've been playing right now. Wait, Prince. Time to retire that van. Laugh out loud. Thinking about getting an '07 Pathfinder or some. Dude, just get a Sienna. Don't. Why an '07 Pathfinder? What the hell? No, man. Just I don't know. Just get a Sienna or not even the Odyssey. I can't even recommend the Odyssey. I don't care if you say my name. I don't know, man. I just feel like I just feel like saying your name might trigger some people. I don't know, man. I just because of when we were recording on the videos, you said not to get your face and not to say your name. So I kind of just said, oh, I don't want to say his name. Bobo T Baggins, have you driven any 2GR FE Toyotas? Yes, I've driven plenty 2GRs, but in their stock configuration. So I've driven a Avalon, an Avalon with a 2GR. I've driven a Sienna with a 2GR. What else have I driven with a 2GR? Camry 2GR. But the thing is, they're so slow. They're so slow. The 2GR in their stock configuration because they're just pushing a big boat. I guess you know the Camry is not a small car if you guys think about it. Nor the Avalon. The Avalon is just a heavy insulated vehicle. Oh, and I also driven the what is it the ES 330 or no the ES 350 ES 350 I've also driven. That one also has a 2GR, I believe. One of the Lexus models has one. Um, but yeah, I've driven the 2GR. But what everyone's been telling me since I've done the TRD supercharger V6 swap, everyone's saying, why didn't you just drop in a 2GR to begin with? You're gonna get about the same power and output from your current configuration. And while they may be correct, they don't realize I live in California, and every 2 years we have the smog inspections. So trying to stay legal here, guys. So that's why I stayed with the 1MZ configuration, which well, right now I have the 3MZ, but I have a 1MZ in my backyard. I could easily just put that one in and just go get it smogged and just put in the 3MZ. It sounds like a lot of work, but you know, when you want to play, you know, you gotta pay. So and plus, I love the sound of the TRD supercharger whine. Just listening to that is like music to my ears. And you know, you pull up next to a WRX and you just blow their doors off with this supercharger just hitting on the freeway. There, it's gonna like shock them. You know, it's a pretty unique setup, guys. That's also the reason why I decided to go that route because you know, 2GRs, while it's cool and all, it requires more work. I was reading up on the forums online, and apparently you have to hit the frame rail. You have to smash it in and get it to clear the timing cover. So it requires a lot of work. I don't know. Maybe sometime in the future I'll do it. Let's see. Where did I leave off? Irvin, looks like Ernesto has a '04 XRS. Um, Prince, bro, we'll see. That one MZ though on the older Siennas, imagine supercharged. Dude, Prince, that'd be dope. That'd be dope. I've seen TRD superchargers out there for sale, man. I've seen them. Go get yourself a Sienna. Heck, if you don't want the minivan, look into an RX 300 or an RX 330. It's like a Lexus SUV and it has the 1MZ in there or the 3MZ. So if maybe your parents don't want to get a minivan and they want to get like a little SUV, then tell them to get that instead. But yeah, imagine a Sienna with the supercharger. That'd be dope, man. I That's something I want to do, but do I want a minivan at this point in my life? Like, geez, let me enjoy my youth before I have to become a dad and buy a minivan, guys. No, but when I do become a dad, I for sure am keeping my race cars. Like, there's no doubt about that. They'll stay in the backyard. Jose Brizeno Jr. Can Celica GTS be rear wheel drive? Camrys are dope if they were two doors. Other words, solid as fuck engines. So can the Celica GT be rear wheel drive? Yeah, if you put a lot of money and work into it. There's that guy. I forgot. I think his name is Josh. He has an Instagram account and he has a YouTube channel, but he stopped uploading to the YouTube channel. He's doing a 2JZ Celica. So basically, he got a Celica GTS, and he's pretty much using the whole rear end off a Lexus. What is it? The SC. I believe he's using the Lexus SC rear end on the Celica, and it's just a lot of fabrication and a lot of work. So typically, if someone has to ask that question, you know, it's not an easy swap, man. It really isn't. But Camrys are dope if they were two doors. They were back then. Now they're not. It's sad. It's sad. If Toyota would have kept doing the Camry, this is what I think Toyota failed. This is where I think Toyota failed in the whole. Let's kind of keep the Camry a two-door configuration. I appreciate what the Solara is. You know, I have a space for it on my wall. I appreciate what the Solara. Yes, I know that the Solara was supposed to be the Camry coupe. As I said, I appreciate the Solara for what it is, but if Toyota would have kept this style, this body style, and just made that into two doors, I think that would have been a hit. I think that would have been great. Sort of like what Honda did with the Accord. They 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 didn't make a whole different body or a whole different shape to make their Accord coupes. While they did have different headlights and taillights, they at least had the same body. And that's where I think Honda kind of, I guess, were able to progress with the coupe. And I think that's where Toyota failed. If they would have kept like this body style and like the later on styles, I think they would have been a great hit. I don't know. The Solaris to me look like too curvy. They're too curved. They're too. I don't know. They're trying to look futuristic, but they're not. So I don't know, man. Fernando, I saw your comment there. Why didn't you come to eat tacos that day when we had tacos at Honda, bro? You should have came over, man. I was waiting for you. Where did I leave off? Where did I leave off? John Munoz, does it pull, fam? Yeah, of course it pulls. I haven't really driven the 3MZ with the supercharger, like really smashed on it. But when I had the 1MZ and the supercharger, thing pulls, man. That thing pulls. The Solara looks girly. That's what I'm saying, right? That's what I'm saying. The Solara looks like a girly car. I'm sorry, guys, but I, I I even had a friend. I even had a friend in my college class. He's like, I love my Solara, but it just looks like a girl's car. And when someone like that tells you, it's because it looks like it. Like they're not wrong, dude. They're not wrong. The 92, 96 Camry Coupe looked way better than the 99, '03 Camry Solara. Yes, thank you. Thank you. That was the last coupe that Toyota did with the same body style. I don't know why Toyota just didn't keep the original body style instead of making like a spin-off calling it a Solara. I don't know why they did that. I don't know. Man, this ranting though. Mox M. I noticed the Celica steering fluid line starts from the far right, goes toward front bumper just to end up back at the far right. Can you just reroute it to make it shorter and less line run? Mox S, Mox M. Yes, yes, you can. You can delete that whole hard line that goes to the front of the bumper. All what that is supposed to cool down the fluid. It's supposed to be a power steering fluid cooler, but you could delete it. It won't hurt it. Just the fluid will be a little bit warmer, I guess. But yeah, you could do that. Just reroute it. That's what I did on my 6th gen. It had the power steering line going all the way to the front bumper, but I just deleted that and just made it into back into the steering rack. I should probably do a video on that. Ernesto, do you live in Central Valley? I'm going to try that emissions cleaner called Guarantee to Pass. I don't know if you have tried it before. No, Ernesto, I haven't tried that Guarantee to Pass cleaner. I haven't. I don't even know what you're talking about. Maybe you could show me so I could see what it is. I live in Palm Springs, Duck. Um, you can always see if you qualify for the CAP program. They pay about $1,200. Yeah, so if you can't pass, there's this program where they pay up to like a certain amount of money so that you can go get your vehicle repaired so that it could pass smog. Duck Vision has been pushing me to go do that on one of my Corollas because my Corolla XRS has like a pending 420 code. Probably should have got that replaced when the cats were cheap, but oh well, I guess I'll do it some other time. Jackson Cook, the 1MZ gotta be fun. The 1MZ is fun. I've driven it in both an MR2 and in a Celica 6th gen. Like the torque is just there. The minute you step on the gas, instant torque. And that's what makes the car fun. Like you just take off and it's like you leave these other people just unexpected, like holy crap. Jackson Cook, do you think putting a supercharger on the 2ZZ would be worth it? Yeah, of course. But can you find one? That's the real question. And the question's not would it be worth it? The real question is where can I find one? um, Fernando, hi my love. Prince, what if I make a Clay Bass meme page on Instagram? Prince, I'd be more than happy to see that. Like, make it. do like a do like a freeze frame of all our weird looking, I guess, facial expressions. There you go, man. That's a good start there. Jaden ET, the TC was the later equivalent. Really? I kind of felt like the TC was more like a spiritual successor to the Toyota Celica, hence the name TC. I feel like Toyota was trying to hint at that with the name TC, but then again, the original TC, actually, I'll take that back. Both TCs had a 4-cylinder Camry engine, if you think about it. What was it, the 2AZ and then the 2AR? So they were both Camry engines, but I just kind of felt like they were more Toyota Celica-ish than a Camry because if you remember correctly, the release series Scion TCs had body kits, different interior colors, like colors that would stand out. So they kind of felt like they were more tuner friendly cars. So I just felt like they're a spiritual successor to the Celica rather than the Camry, but I can kind of see what you mean there. Fred G. It would have killed the Celica. The Solara looks girly, or it would have killed the Civic, I should say. Not necessarily, Fred. I just feel like the Civic is like kind of like a whole different audience compared to the Camry, but the Solara looks girly. Yep, it does. I already read that one. Yeah, the actual Camry Coupes SC looked good. Yeah, they did. Um, Fernando, is a Miata a girly car? Speaking of Miatas, I had a friend in my automotive class. He had this bright red Miata, first generation Miata, and all my friends or all of us, we always called it the Barbie car. It was just this tiny ass little car and the pop up headlights. I don't know, man. Like, I get it. The Miata has its own like cult, like people that just praise the crap out of it, but I just don't like the way the Miata looks. I'm sorry. Maybe the later years with the hard top, yeah, but first generation Miata, I just don't like it. I'm sorry, guys. You shall not be named. Tuzlo, I will ask you to take this video down, or else I will take legal action against you. This will be your final warning. Choice is yours. He who shall not be named. Do what's best for you, man. I'm still trying to figure out who the hell that is. I feel like I know it's two of you that always watch the stream. I have two of you that I have in mind that I think I know who that is, but I'll just leave that for another day. Maybe one day I'll find out who that is. The truth. Hello, I have a Lexus IS 300. I'm interested in buying OBX headers long tube. I was wondering, would it be able to be bolted on to my factory wide pipe, mid pipe? Please share your thoughts and anyone else. The truth. I actually do not know. So I will say this: OBX kind of has a reputation of not having the most um, lined up, I guess you could say, configurations going on. The unequal length headers that I bought for an ES300, from what I was reading online, is the mid pipe or the down pipe, I should say, mid pipe, whatever, the wide pipe. Wide. Sorry, guys, hiccups. The wide pipe did not really bolt up to the mid pipe, and it had difficulties because it wasn't lined up properly. So I wouldn't say OBX are pretty bolt on. Maybe look into it in like the Lexus forums, because uh, I don't want to steer you away, but this is more like a 2ZZ sort of kind of chat. But maybe if I had an IS 300, I'd be able to help you. But I just don't own the car, so I wouldn't. I'm sorry, I can't help you there. But yeah. Mox M, thanks, fam. I'm trying to clean the engine bay by removing unnecessary stuff. Yeah, for sure. That'll help out. Maybe if you also have the cruise control, you can also delete that and just have that one cable going from the firewall to your throttle body. That's also another way to clean up the engine bay. Um, let's see, Jose Briseño Jr. Just pressure wash the cat with degreaser. That might work. That might work. Purple Power works too. The truth. Which brand do you recommend for bolt-on header? Geez, I haven't really done much purchases for headers. The truth. All I know out there that I know is OBX, but they're like the cheapest that are out there. So I can't really help you because we can't really buy headers here in California. It's so stupid. I actually tried buying my ES 300 OBX header, but I couldn't get it, even though the person was in San Francisco. It's like, if you're in San Francisco, just send it to me, dude. Like I had to get him to send it to my friend in Reno, Nevada, and then from him he had to ship it to me, and it's pointless. It's still gonna land on my hand. Like, what does it matter if you don't sell it to me because of California restrictions? But OBX is a much more cheaper quality exhaust system. Um, they're kind of like just lower quality, so they don't line up. There you go. There you go. I recommend a Magnaflow aftermarket manifold cat converters is to a header, but that's about it for now. Yeah, Magnaflows do line up pretty good. I'll say that. Oh crap! I need to slow down. I need to slow down, or you guys need to slow down with the comments. Where did I leave off? Bobo Teabagging. CRC Industries makes G2P. It's like polyether amine based detergent. Oh, that's some industrial shit right there to clean a cat. Have you guys ever considered dropping what is it, sea foam in the gas tank? So this is what I heard. I had a guy. His name was Christopher. I think it was Christopher Rab. Irvin, you know who I'm talking about. Gold. So my friend had a '97 Toyota Corolla. I think it was I don't know what year Corolla, but it was a seventh generation Corolla. Burned a massive amount of oil, and he said that he dumped seafoam in his gas so that the cat can clean itself up. And he said it worked, but I never tried it myself because of like the whole seafoam controversy and like kind of like, oh, it works, it doesn't work sort of thing. I don't want to dump that in my car and then lo and behold it just breaks down. So I don't know, guys, maybe look into dropping some seafoam in your gas tank and see what happens with cleaning the cat. 100% or 100 G Solace. Yo, what's up, G Solace? Do you ever leave another comment other than 100? Like, I appreciate the comments, man, but come on, I know you can talk. I know you can say some things. But I appreciate your support on all the videos, man. Even though if you just go to all my videos and leave 100 on it, I'm more than happy for that. Thank you, though. Appreciate the support. Jose, Clayton's girlfriend, that one crackhead lady. I haven't seen her since then. I haven't seen her, but she was a straight up crackhead. Ernesto, 1,200 to fix it or to sell it? I don't understand. If if your vehicle fails smog, they pay up to $1,200 if you qualify their income level. Um, Duck Vision, when I did the program of the vehicle retirement, they ended up giving me $1,500. I don't know if they changed that over the years, but yeah, they gave me $1,500. Um, Peace and good night, people. All right, good night, Jose Briseño Jr. Briseño Jr. I'm pretty sure it's Briseño, but good night to you, man. Jaden ET. I think Toyota's idea is that modern day Celica TC buyers would go for the 86 or Corolla hatch. Um, yeah, I felt like when the second generation TC kind of died, they were pretty much left with the 86, or was it still the FRS at the time? I don't know if it was, but yeah, it's kind of sad that they did kill the TC. It was a really good car, and you see TCs everywhere. Like, it's not something like uncommon. Like, I kid you not, I probably see like five TCs. I don't want to exaggerate and say 10, but I do see at least like 5 second gen TCs. The first generations are everywhere, dude. They're everywhere. Like, it's just ridiculous. I don't even know how half of these cars are still like half of these cars are still on the road. I thought the engines were shit on them. Other than the ones that I guess got the recall done on them and they got good piston rings. But yeah, the TC was a pretty good car. It was for that one person that didn't want a 4-door but wanted something that looked, I guess, a little sporty, you know. But now they're kind of forced to go with the 86. It's kind of sad. Yeah, actually, if you think about it, Toyota doesn't have a 2-door vehicle right now. That's not the GT86. Oh wow, I just realized that. What the hell? Right, guys? Am I right? That's sad. Wow, no coupes. Wow. Fred G. Yes, my homie Vlad had one. He said he felt like a Barbie. The Viata. It's a Barbie car, man. I really don't like it. I don't even fit in them. So that adds to more as to why I don't like them. Prince, 1,200 for the van sounds good because repairs are already 1,300 plus. DMV back fees. Prince, just if, as I don't think I think I told you this last time. If it still has current tags, you can retire that vehicle to the state and get about 1,200 bucks, I guess. But when I did the vehicle retirement program, I was able to get $1,500 for it. Which brands do you recommend on the header? I already said that. Crap. I'm falling behind. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Give me a minute to catch up. Give me a minute to catch up, guys. Jaden ET. Also, is it possible to swap the 1ZZ throttle cam spring to the 2ZZ throttle? Mine is way too stiff, difficult to heel toe and drive at low throttle. Well, you're talking about the scored 2ZZ throttle body, correct? Because that's within the throttle body casing itself. I guess the housing. If you open your spring, if you open the throttle, you'll see the scoring all along the inside of the throttle body. All XRS's all XRS's throttle bodies will eventually do that. I've already proven that. The easiest and most effective solution to fix that is getting a 2000 to 2002 Toyota Celica GTS throttle body. That's what I did. I did that 3 times and it fixed the whole difficult too stiff pedal engagement because it's scored. The throttle body inside the walls are scored to the point where it just starts scraping every time you step on the gas. And Celica GTS throttle body fixed it for me. So might want to look into that. Plus, it's easier to find a Celica GTS throttle body than a Corolla XRS one if you were to find a lower mileage one. Chupapi. I know I stopped by, Senpai. Hope you're doing well, bro. You know I stopped by, Senpai. Thank you. I appreciate you stopping by, man. Even though I don't know your real name, Chupapi. Jeez, man. Appreciate it though. Duck Vision. All the aftermarket headers you can buy nowadays are going to be cheap Chinese quality. Magnaflow aftermarket manifold cats converters is to a header, but that's about it for now. Ernesto D, where do I apply for the program? Ernesto, there's a website for that, and you are able to print out like a document where you fill out the information and then you mail it out, and maybe like about a 2 weeks, I think it was, they'll send you a letter back saying your vehicle qualifies for the program. You take it to the junkyard or wherever it is, you do the repairs if you do this at a repair, or take it to the junkyard to retire it, and they go from there. Danny Gums, hello, sir. Hello to you too as well, man. Glad to see you on tonight's stream. The truth. Thank you for your insight. No problem, man. I tried. I'm sorry if I I didn't answer your question. Where can I get a Magnaflow? Look on eBay or Amazon. Typically you'll find one there. Edgar Avila. It could have even been another job that has nothing to do with cars. I feel the same way when I get home from work. Yeah, Edgar, it's not just strictly automotive related, but I feel like if you work in like the automotive field, it makes it more of a hassle. Cause like let's say like you work in like computers and stuff. You do your computer job you do your computer job all day, and it's like, okay, I want to wrench now. I want to get dirty. Let's go work on the car. But I just feel like if you work an automotive related job, it kind of makes it more ungrateful, or I guess I could say makes it more harder to work on your own personal car because you've, as I said, you've already worked for 8 hours on someone else's vehicle and you don't want to come home to work on yours. So I don't know. It's probably different for everyone. Um, Ernesto, I posted the link, but if it didn't show Google California Assistance Program smog, Duck Vision. I don't know why. I don't know. I gotta see why it doesn't allow links to be posted on my chat, but I gotta figure that out. Because that's ridiculous. People have been trying to share stuff on my stream links and stuff, but I don't know why it's not going. I gotta check my settings. Seafoam is not good for the 2ZZ. Fred G said. It's not that it's not good. It's if you have deposits in your engine and they're like there kind of preventing from oil to flow in like the incorrect places, and if you use seafoam to free it up, it might make your oil consumption worse, if that makes sense. It does kill engines as well, but you're putting it in the fuel rather than the engine. So you know, you could try it. It's worth a shot, but it's, as I said, seafoam's kind of like a 50-50 thing to me. I hear good things about it, but I also hear bad things about it. So use at your own risk. Um I put seafoam. It would make my car make gunshot sounds. Really? Holy shit, dude. Holy shit. Jaden ET. I put seafoam in both my 1ZZ, 2ZZ cars, mostly through a vacuum tube. Supposedly cleans off carbon, but never had issues. In the tank, it's just like any other fuel additive injector cleaner. That's what I figured it is. Um, but seafoam, I feel like it's stronger than like your additive or injector cleaner that you typically find in like a gas station or an auto parts store. I could be wrong though. I never tried it. All I'm sharing is what I've heard in my, I guess, my internet life. Um, Go to Magnaflow's website and build your vehicle. You can also Google Magnaflow 5603. Thanks, Doug. I love my TC. I love my girlfriend's TC as well. I like it. It has that lower end torque that the 2ZZ does not have, and that's one of the reasons why I like it. And the second gen TC for sure looks better than the first gen by a landslide. I don't know why. I don't know if it's like the super aggressive flat top. I don't know. I feel like those hard lines make it look like an aggressive car rather than the curvy lines that the first generation TC had. Like the first generation TC, I did not like. I didn't like, and I was actually sad. I was actually like disappointed that they gave that a TRD supercharger from I guess dealership add-on, but they couldn't do nothing about the 2ZZ. Like, oh well, let's give this fucking Camry engine a supercharger, not the fucking performance engine, the 2ZZ GE. What that, you know, why not give that a TRD supercharger? It made no sense. Let's give the 1ZZ a supercharger, but not the 2ZZ. Toyota, what the were you guys thinking about? Holy shit. Oh my god, here it's just a ranting night, man. I'm just over here ranting about all the all the stuff Toyota could have done better back in the day. Um, let's see. Clay probably took the crackhead to Newark. Dude, I can't believe that half of you guys. It's funny. It's half of you guys still bring up that crackhead lady from the video, and if you guys don't remember that video, that's actually the first video where Clayton was introduced in the YouTube channel. This is way back in the day, and it's funny because that's also the same day I guess I met Clayton as well. Um, he had messaged me and he said, "Hey, I want to do this on my car," and that was actually also my first or my second. That was my second timing chain cover gasket, but it was my first on the Celica because I first did it on my Corolla, and that video has a lot of sentimental value to me because it it's funny what everything that happened to that day. We found a TRD muffler for the Celica at the junkyard. That crackhead lady was there. Me and Clayton were all the way up to 2 in the morning working on this on his car because everything just kept breaking from just the age and the brittleness of like everything inside his vehicle. It was just a memorable episode. I'm glad I recorded that day and glad I got this crackhead lady in the background that you guys still keep talking about years later on my live stream. It's funny, guys, but I really appreciate it that you guys watch the content and bring it back up. Um, Takata bag, yo, do you know if they make performance camshafts for the XR? Yeah, they do. Look up on Monkey Wrench Racing. They have them, but they're not cheap, man. But they do have some for the 1ZZ. Bobo Teabaggins, Bar Vehicle Retirement Program will pay $1,000 for high earners and $1,500 if your income is below the median. Yep, Bobo Teabaggins, I retired my 2001 Toyota Corolla with over 300,000 miles and a slight raw knock, and they paid me $1,500. Do any of you know where I can get cheap wheels? Look up Facebook Marketplace, man. You can find a lot of good stuff there on Facebook Marketplace. Or get onto a couple of car groups on Facebook and ask and just see if someone's selling some wheels. Let's see. The truth. So for sure, Magnaflow typically bolts on stock mid pipe. Yeah, I bolted one up to my IS 300 years ago. Oh yeah, I forgot. Duck Vision did have an IS 300. Oh, there you go. The truth. He had one actually. Now that I remember, Fred G. They have the new Super. Oh, you're right, Fred. What was I thinking about? Yeah, but that's also how can I say this? That's like a performance car. What I'm talking about is more like a not an I don't want to call the TC an economy car because it's not I mean it kind of had a sportiness to it, but Toyota doesn't have like let's say like a Camry coupe because they kind of had the lower here I'll say this the lower end vehicle compared to your higher end because if you think about it the GT86 is more mid tier sports car, and then the Supra is like a high tier sports car. Toyota doesn't have a low tier or an entry level coupe anymore. Like I guess you could call it the TC or what the Camry Solara was. When the Camry Solara was discontinued, the TC kind of lived on with that legacy, I guess. So they don't have an entry level or a low tier coupe is what I was trying to say, Fred. But yeah, thank you. But yeah, you're right. On they also have the Supra as two doors. The truth. Thanks. Was it long tube or short tube? The truth, short tube. You think I'll be all right with installing long tube OBX header to stock white pipe? Just plan on taking it to a muffler shop for minor pipe work. OBX fitment sucks. You can fill it out online now. Okay, thanks, Doug. Just make sure to keep your OEM stuff. Yep. Jaden ET. Toyota could have given the 2AZ VVTLI and it would have been a K killing beast. I've I've driven a 2AZ. The 2AZ is still kind of slow, man. It just didn't have the power. It didn't feel great. See if the 2AR on the other hand, if they would have given that lift and a supercharger as a dealer option, that would have been great. That would have been awesome. That would have been awesome, man. Um, let's see. Are you ready for that one, Prince? I'm gonna get 1K because Pop's income above. Hey, 1,000 is better than nothing, dude. Just retire the vehicle. He'll get something for it. Papa Tom, any thoughts or experience with liquid molly? Oof. No, I don't have any experience with liquid molly. Um, no, sorry, I can't help you there. Edgar Avila, I wish I could swap a 2ZZ in my 246. You know what's funny about that, Edgar? Someone did a 2ZZ from a Celica and they made it rear wheel drive configuration. And I think they slapped on a BMW rear wheel drive transmission on it and they went drifting in it in Japan. So it'd be kind of cool to see something Frankenstein like that, put a 2ZZ in a 240. But no, man, you don't want a 2ZZ in a 240. 2ZZ is cool and all for like front wheel drive, but no, you don't want it. um, unique 1402. Is that how you say it? What up, cbass? My XRS won't start. It shot a P505 code before it stopped starting. Any tips? P505 is idle related, if I'm not mistaken. That's the same. That's the same check engine light I was getting on my Corolla when my throttle body was bad. So I would look into the throttle body and see if it's scored or see if you kind of forgot to connect something because that's for the throttle body, man, or for your idle, I should say. Jaden ET. I don't know any brands that have an entry level coupe nowadays. Um, Jeez, you're right, man. What car manufacturer has an entry level coupe? See, because Chevy had the Cobalt SS when I guess when that was out. Wow, really though? It's I feel like it's because people are buying more SUVs, so car manufacturers aren't really releasing these like entry level two-door coupes, I guess. And wow, now that I think about it, I don't think there is some out there like front wheel drive coupes, I should say, because Honda killed the Accord coupe. They killed or the yeah they killed the Accord coupe, and they killed the coupe Civic. So both of those coupes they killed. Done. Honda's done with the coupe game. Um, what else? Nissan. What does Nissan have coupe that's entry level? Because Nissan had the Altima two door, and they had it in a inline four and a V6 configuration. Yeah, no car company right now wants to release, I guess, an entry level coupe and nowadays because it doesn't make money. What's making money right now is big trucks and hybrid vehicles. Car manufacturers are just they don't want to take the risk no more because it's all about money nowadays. They want to make the most money. So what sells? Hybrids, plug-ins, and trucks. That and big SUVs. That's what sells. So that's what people are making nowadays. It's sad, but it's the reality, I guess I should say. Um, Corolla Coupe. Nah, go buy a Corolla. Oh God, that Corolla Cross is like the biggest pile of shit. And it's funny because one of my friends was like, "Yo, cbass, why are you hating on the Corolla Cross? I might end up buying one." And I'm just like, why would you want that? Like, why? You can buy something better than that. I don't know. If someone were to offer me a Corolla Cross or Matrix XRS, I'd be like, Matrix XRS. I am not looking back at that Corolla Cross. But he was like, I want something modern. I want something that has like modern, I guess, 2022 technology, like lane detection warning. And that's the thing with cars nowadays. They are overfilled with like a lot of safety features, and I don't know. I just feel like all that shit kind of takes away from the driving experience, though. It makes you less and less involved with the car. I feel like because you got computers doing a lot of different things for you while you're driving. Um, yeah, and that's idle air control valve for the P505. Yep. Takata bag. How do you make the first accelerate better? It feels like when I step on it, it lags. On what vehicle were you talking about? Um, Takata bag for the XR. Are you talking about the XR? Do you have a '05 plus XR because that electric throttle body just feels incredibly like laggy, man. It just feels laggy. I don't know if it's just Toyota one's easy. Yeah, I don't know if it's. Do you have a '05 plus XR or is it an early year with the cable throttle still? Let's see. If unique 1408, it had an AM intake, had to take it off and go buy an intake box system from Pick and Pull. You think that has anything to do with it not starting? I check for vacuum leaks. I check to make sure you have everything connected properly and routed properly and all your sensors connected as well. Look into that. Maybe have someone else double check it for you. You probably missed something that's in front of you, but you need someone else to look at it. And typically that helps. Sometimes we overlook something and when we have someone else look at it, then they find it and you're like, fuck, how did I not see that? It's happened to me several times, guys. Like I sometimes need someone else to look over something I did and see where did I fail so that for the next time I do it again, at least I can know that, oh, I messed that or I missed that last time. I remember, you know. Kind of helps to have someone helping you out or someone with you while you work. Um, Bobo Tea Baggins. The Scion brand was a spin-off for Toyota to appeal to the youth and graduate later to Toyota. And when you make it Lexus, you know what's funny about the Scion brand? They tried to appeal to the youth, But what youth has money to be spending on a brand new vehicle? They were selling all these Scions to old people. Like they sold good, like the Scion XB. Those things are everywhere. They're fucking everywhere, dude. Same with the Scion TC. I see those two cars literally everywhere. And what are the people driving it? Old people. It's weird. It's I don't know why they decided to do that brand. I get it, youth, but it failed. It failed. It appealed to older people, not young people, because they didn't have money. We're over here getting hand-me-down vehicles from our parents. I got a hand-me-down vehicle from my dad and my sister. Like it's just what it is. Let's see. I did not even realize it's over an hour already. I'm gonna read these last comments and I'm gonna log off for the night, guys, because I gotta go to sleep. I got work tomorrow. Um, Duck Vision. Follow Frankenstein Motorworks on YouTube. He's building 2AR to rev to AK. He's already made 260 with it. Yeah, Frankenstein Motorworks, love all his content. He's doing a pretty good amount of work on that 2AR. Prince, learned a lesson. Go to pick and pull early. Michael already got parts from Maselica and American Canyon. Wanted the tails. Left my ass off. Prince, did you see the TRD Celica at Rancho Cordova? I didn't have time to go to it. It's a full kit TRD Celica. Really missed out on it, but it is what it is. Laugh out loud. I think Liquid Molly, the additive cleaner. Yeah, I know what he meant about Liquid Molly, but he was asking like as to if I ever used it or if it works. I've never used it, so I can't really chime in on my 2 cents, I guess. Ernesto, who here lives in Southern Cali? Want to let me borrow their cat for smog? Then I'll return. I hate living here in Cali. Oh my gosh, borrow a cat. Ernesto, try to find a friend that does smogs and use maybe like an O2 spacer. Oh man. Oh man. Um, let's see. Fred G. Oh no, I already read that one. Jaden eat. I already read that one too. The Corolla Cross. Uh, there's a Magna Flow Cap for 300. Duck Vision. Toyota Subaru GR is about the cheapest option for a decent small coupe. Yeah, but I feel like that's mid tier. There needs to be something lower tier coupe, which is what the TC was. It was a cheaper 80. It was a, well, not it wasn't an 86, but it was a cheaper coupe, I should say. Corolla Cross, so it's a not a RAV4, not a CHR, Venza, Highlander, but seriously, just buy a Crosstrek or Forester, not that hideous example of a Corolla. Honestly, man, honestly, dude, there's these Subarus that look better than just that ugly car. It's just hideous, man. It's but the thing is, crossovers right now is big, and that's why Toyota's trying to jump on that bandwagon. Like, oh, Ford did it, Mitsubishi's doing it, and if you think about it, Mitsubishi, that's the only thing that they're selling. That what is it? The God, what I keep seeing the stupid commercial on all the YouTube videos. The one that goes, "You've been thunderstruck." I oh God, I can't think about it. I fucking hate the Mitsubishi one. Crosstrek nails down segment. All trims are all-wheel drive, and you get a manual. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Bet I ran for a good minute before it stopped starting though. I'm stumped. I'm gonna replace the starter AutoZone lifetime warranty and clean the throttle body. Wish me luck. I wish you so much luck. Unique 1408. All right, guys, I finally caught up. I'm gonna log out for tonight. I appreciate everyone that showed up to tonight's stream. Had a good talk about coops over here. I think that's what we're gonna title this stream. I forgot to title last week's live stream, but I'll make sure to title it and this one tonight before I go to sleep. But this one for sure will be called, like, I guess something coop related. Thanks for the time, cbass. I'm gonna fill out that bar form with my dad. Yeah, man. Best of luck and good night, everyone. Have a good weekend and spend some time with the family. Hit the like button. Yes, hit the like button, please, and thank you very much, guys. Really helps out the channel. Road to 10K. Let's see when we get there. Have a good one. I'm gonna go junkyard raid an XRS tomorrow. Best of luck, man. Best of luck. Make sure to take that ECU if it's still there. ECUs are worth a good amount of money. All right, guys. Good night, and thank you for joining the stream.